Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to be covering the turn summary for Final Girl the game. Let's jump right into it. So the first phase is the action phase, and during this the player is going to table these action cards. As I mentioned in the previous video, you start with 6 basic action cards, and if you look at their abilities, Walk allows you to move the heroine into adjacent spaces. Short Rest, hopefully by playing this you'll recover some damage. Weak Attack, pretty self-explanatory. This is where you go after the main villain. And Focuses, they accomplish 2 things. Number 1, reduce the horror level, hopefully, and also buy you some extra time. Now, to resolve these cards, you're going to be rolling dice based on the current horror level. So at the beginning of the Hans the Butcher scenario, the horror level is at 4, which means we're going to be rolling 2 dice. And let's talk about the dice. 5s and 6s are always considered successes. Now, 3s and 4s are a potential success if you're willing to throw some cards out. Notice the 2-card symbol. That means that if you were to take 2 cards that you didn't want and throw them in the discard pile, you could actually transform one of these into a success. Rolling 1s and 2s are the worst possible outcome. These are just flat-out failures. Merp, merp. Okay, at the beginning of the game, it's important to get Laurie, the final girl, moving to meet up with the victims and possibly escort them out. So to get her moving, we're going to play the Walk card. So we roll the dice and have a look at the result. So in this best case scenario, 2 successes means that Laurie can move to 2 spaces and 1 increment of time goes down. 1 success means that Laurie can move up to 1 space and loses an increment of time. And then there's the worst case scenario, 2 failures. Well, the 2 choices are either move up to 1 space and take a wound and lose 2 increments of time, or just flat out lose 2 increments of time. So either choice, pretty awful. After you have decided to play all of your action cards, we move on to the planning phase and can purchase brand new action cards, the cost of which are always listed in the lower right hand corner here. So for example, if I wanted a long rest, I could purchase that for 5 increments of time, just reducing this down to 0. After purchasing any action cards that you want, then the time markers reset back up to 6. Next up, any played action cards that are in the discard pile are going to be returned back to the tableau and will be available on the next turn. In the 3rd step of the turn summary, the killer phase begins, and the killer does what the killer's supposed to do, kill. And that's actually determined by this little icon right here. This icon means that the killer is going to target, first of all, potential victims, and then secondly, the final girl, and cause damage based on his current bloodlust level. So in this particular case, if there was a victim, he would target the victim first, causing 2 damage, or Laurie, and cause 2 damage. In the last step of the killer phase, a terror card is drawn and resolved. With this particular one, Hans wants me. He's always wanted me. Hans is going to target the final girl, move twice, once again based on what we see here on our bloodlust meter, and cause damage. So 2 points of damage if he catches up to Laurie. Step 4 of a turn is the panic phase. So if a victim was murdered this turn, then you're going to panic all other victims that still remain in the killer's space. In this particular case, we roll the die, and say with a roll of 6, then this particular victim moves in that direction. The final step, step 5, is the upkeep phase. If the last terror card was revealed and resolved this particular turn, if that's the case, then Hans's finale card is revealed, typically giving him an insane final ability. In the very final step of the upkeep phase, the final girl has the ability to rearrange cards in hand and backpack. Hey guys, thanks for watching this turn summary for Final Girl the game. In the next video, I'll talk more about general strategies for the game, hopefully increase your odds of surviving against Hans. Until then, take care, thanks for watching, and remember, stay scared.